Hello and welcome to Game of Thrones Top 10s. On this show we discuss the various aspects of A Song of Ice and Fire and Game of Thrones, their relevance, how much the fan theories are growing, and in a neat and orderly list fashion. Today's topic, and of course, spoilers ahead. Number 10 on our list is the ever-famous R plus L equals J, or Rhaegar and Lyanna equals Jon. This theory is one of the most widely known, which is the only reason why it is so low on this list. The theory states that Jon's parents may not be Eddard and some woman, but may instead be Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark. The evidence for this can be seen in many different places, but perhaps most notably in the description of Lyanna's death in the first book of A Song in Ice and Fire. It is here she is described as dying in a bed of blood, which many people consider to be childbirth. The only person who could have impregnated her is likely to be Rhaegar. Number 9. Around the World. This theory states that to go to Westeros, Daenerys Targaryen will not go west, but instead east, passing through the Shadowlands and Asshai. The reasoning behind this is twofold. For one, our Earth and the world of A Song of Ice and Fire should both be spheres. Therefore, you could theoretically cross the Sunset Sea to reach Essos. But also, there is the prophecy that Quaithe gives to Daenerys. To go north, you must go south. To reach west, you must go east. To go forward, you must go back. And to touch the light, you must pass beneath the shadow. Asshai, Dany thought. She would have to go to Asshai. Will the Asshai give me an army? She demanded. Will there be gold for me in Asshai? Will there be ships? What is there in Asshai that I will not find in Qarth? Truth, said the woman in the mask. Number 8. Bran will warg a dragon. This theory states that since Bran is such a strong skin changer, he may be able to control a dragon, and use it for whatever purpose. While no one has ever been shown or told of being able to do this in the series, the ability is surely possible. The most solid textual evidence is given by Bloodraven, when he tells Bran, "You will never walk again, but you will fly." Number 7. The identity of Lightbringer. Some say it's a sword, others say it's Davos Seaworth. The only clues towards what Lightbringer is come from the legend of Azor Ahai. The fabled sword is his weapon, which is used to fight against the evil that plagues the world. While many people believe it to be an actual sword, others theorize that the Night's Watch itself is Lightbringer, based on its past and the Oath of the Watch. Now my watch begins. It shall not end until my death. I shall live and die at my post. I am the sword in the darkness, the watcher on the walls. I am the fire that burns against the cold, the light that brings the dawn, the horn that wakes the sleepers, the shield that guards the realms of men. I pledge my life and honor to the Night's Watch, for this night and all nights to come. Number 6 on our list is Tyrion Targaryen. This theory states that the children of Tywin Lannister may not all be full Lannisters. While Cersei and Jaime are often considered possible, the most credence of this theory is given to Tyrion. This theory would state that Aerys Targaryen, the Mad King, is the true father of Tyrion. This is mostly due to 3 pieces of textual evidence. First, Tyrion's rocky relationship with Tywin definitely points to something going on. Another is Tyrion's physical description in the books, which is described as being pale-haired with strange features that seem Targaryen to some. And third is of course Tyrion's dragon dreams. Now, dragon dreams are found amongst all of the Targaryen family, and it's dreams in which the subject sees himself as a dragon or riding a dragon, and Tyrion states in the books that he had these as a little kid. Number 5. Azor Ahai is the last hero / prince that was promised. Most show watchers are unaware of the larger goings-on in the Game of Thrones universe, probably most specifically when it comes to these three figures: Azor Ahai, the Prince That Was Promised, and the Last Hero. The theory here states that the legend of Azor Ahai was inspired by the tale of the Last Hero. The Last Hero was a man in Westeros alive during the Long Night, and it is said that he and many companions rode north to fight the White Walkers and discover a weapon that would harm them. The legend of Azor Ahai bears similarities to this and the Battle for Dawn. It is theorized that long before the events of the series, probably around 5,000 years, Brandon the Shipwright Stark sailed across the Sunset Sea into the Shadowlands, where he told the folk there of the legend. Then they turned it into an aspect of their religion, and suddenly Azor Ahai is born, and the Red Priestess goes looking for Stannis. Number 4, the Hound is the Valonqar. This theory has to do with the prophecy given to Cersei by Maggie the Frog. It has long been suspected that the younger brother here who will strangle Cersei refers to either Tyrion or Jaime, but many have theorized that it could actually be the Hound. Now, as far as we know, the Hound is dead, but there is a reference to somebody who looks like him that might be alive, therefore he's alive. It's kind of complicated. But the theory goes that if the Hound is still alive, and he goes to represent the Faith at Cersei's trial, he may best her champion Robert Strong, who, as a side note, is probably Frankenmountain, and end up either killing Cersei literally or by other means with the whole trial business. Number 3 is Doran Martell's plan. This one is very long and very complex, but it basically states that the Martells are secretly behind all of the major political events in Westeros. Doran Martell, the Lord of Dorne, has orchestrated Daenerys' hatching of dragon eggs, raising the Faith Militant, the destruction of the House Lannister and Tywin, Ned Stark's demise, Qyburn's revival of the Mountain, the Moon Landing, Bird Flu, Hiroshima. Okay, well, maybe not those last 3. But it is theorized that Doran wants to legitimize the claim to the throne by marrying a Targaryen to a Martell. Now, this theory is very long and very complex. I couldn't describe it to you in a 10-minute video, but it's out there to look up. It is very intriguing, and I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but it's definitely worth taking a look at. Number 2, Aegon is a Blackfyre. This theory states that young Griff, who is revealed to be the, quote, Aegon Targaryen of the past, is actually a child of Blackfyre descent, possibly the child of Illyrio and his wife. There are many signs of evidence for this. He is supported by the Golden Company, which historically are loyal to the Blackfyres. We are also told that the male line of Blackfyres has died out, which many suspect Illyrio's wife to be of the female line. There is also a passage in A Dance with Dragons that speaks of a metal dragon sign that became the symbol of House Blackfyre. This black metal dragon had been lost at sea, but washed ashore and became red. Symbolically, this is pointing to the Blackfyres that may have been tossed around at sea and now have been made to appear as Targaryens. Daenerys also has a vision in the House of the Undying of a cloth dragon presented before many people, and they look to it as a real dragon. Lastly, there is also a quote from Quaithe to Dany in A Dance with Dragons about the things coming to Meereen, and among them is a mention of a mummer's dragon. If Varys is the mummer here, Aegon is no true Targaryen. And our number 1 is The Prince That Was Promised. An ancient prophecy in Westeros tells of a hero who will be born and stop the darkness, or the whites, or the others, or whatever, depending on who's telling the story. And there are certain qualifications for the person who will be this prince that will do all of that. He will be born amidst salt and smoke. He will wake dragons from stone, a bleeding star will streak the sky, and he is to be of Targaryen blood. Now, there are of course a couple of these that we have seen in the series, but the most common theories upon who the prince that was promised may be are Daenerys, Jon, Rhaegar possibly, Aegon Targaryen possibly, Stannis Baratheon, and surprisingly Tyrion. Now, you might be thinking that since Dany is a woman, she's immediately out of the prophecy, but as Maester Aemon says, a dragon does not have a gender, and the prince that was promised, being that they are supposed to be a dragon, may not have a gender either. It might be a gender-neutral title. Now, there's an important piece of information that Maester Aemon also says, and it's something that gets repeated a lot throughout the series. The dragon must have 3 heads, and many take this to believe that there will be 3 different prince that was promised-ses. So, for example, Daenerys, Jon, and Tyrion. This may not necessarily mean that they are all the prince. They might all be different people, but what they all have is this ability or this destiny to destroy the whites or the others. And because of this, fans have been arguing since the book's inception about who is what and who is gonna be the prince that was promised. Most would say Daenerys and Jon. There are many other theories out there, and if you go looking, you might find yourself in a place you don't want to be. So, it's up to you. Alright, and with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Please leave any theories that you like to think about in the comments, and I'll be sure to try and talk about as many as I can. So stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.